Good evening and welcome again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for tonight's Narrows League Boys High School basketball game featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds. I'm Dedrick Allan. The Highclimbers come into tonight's game with a 3-2 overall record, 1-1 in league play. Shelton is coming off a 5-point Narrows League win over Capital on Friday, rebounding from their loss to Wilson a week ago. The T-Birds are 1-3 on the season and winless in the Narrows League so far. Mount Tahoma is coming off a 95-62 loss to Wilson, and their only victory was over Squim to open the season. In that win, and Demetrius Smith led the way with 21 points, while Daryl Richard and Destin Hicks Armstrong scored in double digits. However, in their three losses, Smith started to cool and was not a factor against Wilson. Will Shelton make it 2 league wins in a row, or will Mount Tahoma pick up their first league win? We'll find out in moments. Coming up, we'll talk with Shelton coach Derek Pringle. It's boys high school basketball. The Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds at the Shelton Highclimbers. Next on MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
fight.
Columbine High School,
Newtown,
Virginia Tech,
Aurora Theater,
Columbia Mall,
Fort Hood,
Navy Yard,
Chattanooga, Charleston.
enough.
how many more?
How many more classrooms?
How many more colleges?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more shopping malls?
how many more military facilities?
How many more houses of faith?
Enough.
Learn how to
Run,
Hide,
Fight.
visit www.nextsafe.org.
Prepare your community.
as an American.
as a human being.
No more lists of names.
It's not too soon.
Now is the time.
It's time.
We need to be more prepared.
It's time for our leaders to help prepare the public.
Right now.
Enough. Enough.
Prepare an emergency plan for you and your community. Visit the National Center for Citizen Safety at www.nextsafe.org.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service.
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Been a week since we talked to you. Now let's go back 1 week, and I don't really want to talk about it. Let's talk a little bit about Wilson's game.
Wilson game?
Yeah.
I think we played pretty good. We was kind of down a little bit. We have to, we actually bounced back from that. That game was kind of tough because they are scheduled to be the top in our league, but we played them pretty well. We lost by 18, was down at 9.5. A couple turnovers in the first half. In the first quarter, it was down 20-8, and we bounced back, won the second, and the fourth quarter we won. So, you got to get 3 out of the 4 to win a game.
Right.
So, I wasn't disappointed, but I was some good things came out of it. It made us see where we need to be at because they are the best in our league. So now we know that we got to play like at that level and that we can play with them. It showed us a whole lot about ourselves. So.
All right, last time out, Capital got the win.
Capital was a good game. We bounced back from the Wilson game, went down there. These guys stepped it up. Kyle, Drew Cruz, Kevin, all the guys. It's a whole team effort. We played 11 guys, and we put it on. We was up at one time by 20, and then we started subbing a little bit toward the end, and then they came back and got within, I think, 8, and then it got down to about 5, then we kept it at 5. But our defense was our key. Forced a lot of turnovers. We put pressure on them. Only person we could have stopped was that big man, Snellman. Snellman's 6'5", 240 pounds, 250 pounds muscle. So, but we got him in a little fouling trouble, and so they had to set him up. Plus, he got hurt too. Hurt his ankle. But that was a good win on all ends. Being from that area, you got to know those kids, and you train those kids. Now you go against those kids. So these guys did an awesome job, so I'm proud of them.
Now tonight you got Mount Tahoma coming in, not exactly a powerhouse, but they're going to give you some trouble, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they, just like their JV doing, they scrappy. He got a lot of transfers came in from Lincoln Falls and Curtis that played over there. That didn't get a whole lot of playing time, so they still trying to find themselves. I talked to the coach earlier. They just had one of their kids lost a brother last week, so all this came from the funeral. So it's a sad point, but they're here to play. So and we just gotta play like we did on Friday. Take what we did on Friday, bring it today, because today and Friday is going to be two tough games. Because Friday we had CK.
Right.
So that's about it.
On the road.
On the road.
On the road.
Yeah.
All right. Any injuries to report today?
No injuries. Everybody's 100%. We got 12 strong. Like Seahawks say, when they got 12, we got 12 strong.
Got 12 strong. All right. Thanks, Coach.
How you welcome?
Been a week since we talked to you. Now let's go back 1 week, and I don't really want to talk about it. Let's talk a little bit about Wilson's game.
Wilson game?
Yeah.
I think we played pretty good. We was kind of down a little bit. We have to, we actually bounced back from that. That game was kind of tough because we had, they are scheduled to be the top in our league, but we played them pretty well. We lost by 18. We was down at 9.5. A couple turnovers in the first half. In the first quarter, we was down 20-8, and we bounced back, won the second and the fourth.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
Back at the Mini Dome, waiting for the tip-off of this basketball game between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Mount Tahoma T-Birds. We'll start out with the visiting T-Birds and their starting lineup. So you'll have Daryl Richard, he's a 6'1 senior forward. Zion Harris, a 6-foot sophomore. He plays the wing and he also plays forward. Zeke Johnson, a 5'1 junior guard. Thomas Wesley, a 5'11 senior guard. And Adrian Allan, a 6'4 senior forward. So that's Richard, Harris, Johnson, Wesley, and Allen for the T-Birds. For the Highclimbers, getting the nod tonight for the start is Kyle Kimball, a 6'2 junior guard. Drew Cruz, a 5'11 senior guard. Marshall McCullough, a 6-foot junior forward. Tyler Giraldis, a 6'2 junior post player. And Kobe Bogue, a 6'5 junior post player. So that's Bogue, Giraldis, McCullough, Cruz, and Kimball for the Highclimbers. As the lineups are being announced here, we'll take another timeout. We'll get this tipped off next here on MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net. We'll be right back.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
Back at the Mini Dome, Dedrick Allan up at the top of the Mini Dome, waiting for the tip-off of this game between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Mount Tahoma T-Birds. T-Birds are ready to go. They're wearing the black uniforms, and they will be going from right to left on your screen. The Highclimbers will be coming out in their home whites. It looks like Adrian Allan will step into center court to get this underway. He'll probably face Kobe Bogue. As Hiska Kobe will step into the center court, center circle, and we're about ready to get this thing underway. The 3-2 Highclimbers against the 1-3 Thunderbirds. We're about ready to go. And Smith will tap it into the back court. And going to get it is it's Wesley. Swing it over to the far side, now up top to Smith. Or actually, that's Allen. Allen drives in the paint, kick it out. And that's Wesley. Wesley, foul line, elbow, jumper, off, rebound. Bogue has it, saves it inbounds to Kimball. And here come the Highclimbers. Up it goes to McCullough. Going to the hole, draws the whistle on the T-Birds. Two shots for McCullough. And that personal foul will go on Adrian Allan. So Marshall McCullough at the line for 2 free throws for the Highclimbers. Try to put Shelton on the board first. Missed the first one, he'll get another one. That one rattled in. So the Highclimbers are on the board, 1-0 early. Highclimbers are going to go with the press. It's a zone press. Richard has it, and now it goes up to Allen. near steal by McCullough. Giraldes comes up with it. There's a fight for it at mid-court. That's a jump ball, and that will go to the Highclimbers. First turnover on the ball, and the ball game goes to the T-Birds. Giraldes will trigger it from the far sidelines, front of the scorer's table. Get it into Kimball. Nope, they'll throw it to the corner. McCullough off his hands, and Richard came up with it. And here come the T-Birds. There is Allan. Allan just inside the arc, long two, missed it. Rebound tapped and controlled by the T-Birds, but I believe Richard was standing on the line. So it looks like the T-Birds are going to go full press as well. And it's inbounds, goes from Giraldes to Kimball, back to Giraldes. Giraldes will dribble to the foul line. He'll kick it out to Bogue. Bogue up fakes, and then there's a double dribble call on that. Second turnover on the Highclimbers. Zion Harris will inbounds it, get it into Richard. Richard center to the court, cross court to Allan. Quickly up it goes to Wesley off his hands, out of bounds. That'll be Highclimber ball. So 2 turnovers apiece for both teams. Early on, 1-0 Shelton on top with the ball. Giraldes inbounds it. Gets it right back from Kimball, and he'll bring it up. Kick it out. Cruz for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound tracked down the corner by Johnson. And now it's Wesley with it. Gets a screen to the top of the key to the foul line. Now to the bucket. Stops in the box. Puts it up and in. And Daryl Richards with the first bucket for the T-Birds in a 1-point lead for Mount Tahoma. A foul over the top on the T-Birds. That'll be Highclimber ball. And that'll go on Harris. That's his first, to Zion Harris. Giraldes will inbound it, get it in to Kimball. Now into the corner, and overthrow on a pass off, and the third turnover on the Highclimbers. Little scoop goes off by Johnson, and the rebound's McCullough going the other way. Stops, puts it off the glass, missed the shot, and Bogue comes up with the rebound. His putback falls off, but he drew a foul. See who the personal foul is going to go on. And we have a Bogue on the floor. Took a hit there. Coach Sprinkle's out there to talk to him. 6:01 to go here in the first quarter. 2-1 is our score. We have a break in the action. We'll step aside. It's MasonWebTV.com. Hood Canal Communication. No, actually, we'll keep it right here. As Kobe will be get up, and off the court. And the personal foul goes on Thomas Wesley for Mount Tahoma. So whoever comes into so Bogue is out, and Fisher, he comes in. Ty Fisher, a 5'11 senior, comes in for Kobe Bogue, and he will give him, he'll be given the free throws for Kobe Bogue. First one up and in. They'll get another one. And it's a tie ball game at 2. Highclimbers, both their points have come from the free throw line. Second free throw, that's short but dropped in, so make it 3-2. Shelton. Richard trapped in backcourt, one hands it, and it's Harris. Harris, up it goes, and it's Johnson. Johnson lost the ball. Allan tracks it down the corner. He's trapped, and he threw it off of Kyle Kimball's leg out of bounds, so it'll be T-Bird ball. Baseline inbounds to the right of the backboard. T-Birds are in the four corners of the key. Inbounds goes to Johnson. Out is out to Wesley. Back to Richard in the corner. Finds Wesley. Goes little no-look pass. But there's a foul on the pass-off on the Highclimbers, the first team foul. And that'll go on Marshall McCullough, his first. Go on the pass-off, so it's an inbounds from the left of the backboard on the baseline. Inbounds goes to Richard. Richard skips his way into the paint, goes right to the hoop, puts it up and in. Darryl Richard, 4 points tonight. And it's a 1-point lead for the T-Birds. McCullough with it. Up top to Kimball, back to McCullough. Over down to the baseline now. Fisher, jumper at the side of the paint. That's off. Rebound tapped. And it'll be Highclimber ball, I believe. Yes, it will. Under the backboard. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. 4-3. Inbounds goes to Giraldus. He draws a foul on the T-Birds. They'll shoot 2. That'll be the second personal on Adrian Allan. Tyler Giraldus at the line for 2 free throws. First one's off. Jordan Horst steps onto the court for the T-Birds, replacing Allen. And was Shelton's Tyler Giraldus has a second free throw. That's up and in. Tie ball game at 4. Highclimbers points all coming from the free throw line. Here comes Richard. He'll throw it up to Wesley, but overthrow him, and with a steal, it comes up with Kimball. Kimball to the three-point arc. Throw it in the middle, goes right to Cruz. Cruz jumper in the paint. That fell out. Rebound. Kimball had it. And now it's Horst with the rebound for the T-Birds. And a foul on Shelton. That goes on Ty Fisher, his first. Second team foul on Shelton. Inbounds goes to Richard. Richard trapped on the sidelines, throws it center of the court and goes to Harris. Harris draws a double team back to Richard. Richard crossing midcourt, throws it up to Horst. He'll put it up the glass and a little too short, but got his own rebound, goes right back to the bucket and missed the shot but drew the foul. Third team foul on Shelton. And it'll be the second on Fisher. Kobe Bogue up off the Highclimber bench, check in. As Horst is at the line for 2 free throws for Mount Tahoma. Missed the first one, we'll get another one. Bogue will go get Fisher. It looks like Kevin Scott and Hibiki Shita on the court for the Highclimbers, and a substitution also for the T-Birds. Jaleel Massey is checking into the ball game for Mount Tahoma. His second free throw goes in, and a steal by Massey. It's to Wesley. Over it goes to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No. And there's going to be a foul under the bucket. That's going to go on Bogue, I believe. It does go on Bogue, and that is his first. Fourth team foul on the Highclimbers. It'll be baseline inbounds for the T-Birds. Richard will trigger the play. Get it into Horst and an offensive foul off the ball. I think it went on Horst. As Horst and Bogue are banging bodies there. Yeah, it went on Horst. That's his first, 5th team foul on the T-Birds. And the Highclimbers have the ball trailing by 1. Inbounds goes to Scott. Scott over to Kimball. Kimball back to Scott. Kevin holds the ball over his head, fakes outside, goes middle on the dribble, and then he's going to say there's a palming, and that's the 5th turnover on the Highclimbers. T-Bird ball with a 1-point lead. Wesley with it on the far sideline. bounces it up to Horst, gets it right back. Wesley will take an open three that's way outside and brick it. Rebound goes to Giraldus. Here comes Scott. Kevin Scott with it between the circles, throws it over to Shita. High post feed to Bogue. Back out to Scott. To Kimball. Kimball throws it down to the baseline. And Giraldus back to Kimball. Kimball for three in the corner. Nope, that's off. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. And here come the T-Birds. Quickly up to Richard. Richard steps back. Now that's Richard with the ball with a three at the elbow. Through the foul. The double 11. The double 1s on 11 kind of had me off. And that will go on Kevin Scott. That's his fifth team foul on the Highclimbers. Tommy Wynn will step into the court, but we have a timeout first. And we'll step aside with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. 5-4, Mount Tahoma. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Coming out of the timeout, Daryl Richards at the line for 3 free throws. The foul to Kevin Scott. First one goes in. They'll get 2 more. There was a couple of substitutions here. As I mentioned, Tommy Wynn is in the ball game for the T-Birds. And Dimitri Smith is also in there. Second free throw goes in. He'll get 1 more. He has 6 points tonight, leading all scorers. And it's a 3-point lead for the T-Birds. Richard's third free throw goes in. Give him 3 the hard way. And it's a 4-point lead for the T-Birds. Kimball and Scott exchange passes. Quick up to Shita. Shita for 3. Hits it. And there's a foul on the play as well. Hideki Shita with a 3 ball. And the harm on the T-Birds. I'm waiting for them to post it. That'll go on 13. Free throw is off. Rebound pulled down by Horst. And here comes Richard the other way. Gets it back. Trying to find a seam there. Bounces down the baseline to Horst. Backdoor cut to Richard. Out of bounds. It'll go off a high climber, however. I'm still trying to figure out who the foul went on. Shita. It's a T-Bird ball, baseline inbounds to the right of the backboard. Richard will trigger the play, throw it into Wynn. Wynn fakes the pass, dribbles out. Gets it to Massey. Massey faked the 3, and now Wynn will take a 3 and miss it in and out. Rebound goes to Kobe. Kobe up to Shita. Shita on the run for the Highclimbers. Adiki, trip, no foul. Rolls it over to Scott. There's a fight for it on the floor. Scott will hand it to Kobe. That's Vogue, and now it'll be to Giraldus. Giraldus throws it over to Kimball. Kimball fakes the 3, steps to the baseline, goes to the hoop now. Little runner popped in. Kyle's first bucket of the ball game is a 1-point lead for the Highclimbers, 9-8. T-Birds have the ball. Win quickly, up it goes to Massey. Massey lost the ball, and here comes Kimball for the Highclimbers. Going over to Shita. Shita takes steps. So turnovers to turnovers. Zion Harris returns for the T-Birds, and sitting down will be Richard. Zeke Johnson will step back onto the court for the T-Birds, and he has it. Looking for Wynn crossing midcourt. He'll throw it across actually to Smith. Smith to the paint, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Scott. Here come the High Climbers the other way. Scott, one-on-one, bangs bodies, puts it up and in, and the foul. Foul's going to go on Harris, his second. Free throw goes in. Comes Johnson. Johnson to Wynn. Wynn out to Horst. He'll, they say he picked up his pivot foot and turned the ball over. Drew Cruz returns for the High Climbers. Kyle Kimball will get a much-deserved rest. And Marshall McCullough gets it back onto the court here, replacing Cody Bowe. So it's Geraldus, McCullough, Cruz, Scott, and Sheeta. Sheeta has the ball. Speeds up, goes right to the hoop. Had it blocked. And he'll save it on. He had it blocked by the long arms of Horst. And Sheeta had it, but he was standing on the baseline with a toe. There's Johnson. Finds Harris. Harris back to Johnson. Johnson changes direction. Pull-up jumper at the foul line. Goes in, nothing but net. For Zeke. Sheeta comes up with the ball. Splits the double team in mid-court. And that foul will go on the T-Birds' Tommy Wynn. Be the 8th team foul, so the High Climbers are shooting 1-1. Hibiki Chita is 0 for 1 at the free throw line. I get the first one-on-one. Travis Colbinson is getting ready to check in for the High Climbers. First free throw goes in for Chita. Give him 4 points tonight, so 3-point lead for the High Climbers, 13-10. Next free throw. Rattled out. Rebound goes to Horst. And he'll get it to Smith. And here come the T-Birds up the court. Smith is going to go right to the hoop. Put it up and in. And we have a travel on the High Climbers. That'll be the 7th turnover on Shelton. And it's a 1-point lead for the High Climbers. And Sheeta will sit down, and Colbinson will step onto the court. Johnson inbounds it to Smith. Smith is tied up. That'll be baseline inbounds for the T-Birds, almost in the corner. On the right side, inbounds to Wynn. Wynn will spread it out, set the play for the T-Birds. Get a pick and roll there, and he had it slapped out of his hands, and again slapped out of his hands. It'll be a High Climber ball as Wynn tried to save it off of Scott, but he's out of bounds. Thomas Wesley returns for the T-Birds. It's High Climber ball, leading by 1, 13-12. Kevin Scott directing some traffic. Crossing midcourt, gets over to Colbinson. Colbinson tried to drive. Back, and now it's Cruz. Cruz goes over to McCullough. Up to Scott. Quick passes to Geraldus. Put it up and in. Let's see here. It's 3 points for him. Here comes Wesley trying to speed up the near side. Changing directions behind the back dribble. Switches again. Splits the double team. Goes to the foul line. His pass is deflected by Geraldus out of bounds. It'll be T-Bird ball on the baseline. With 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Kyle Kimball steps back onto the court. Geraldus will sit down. So it's a baseline inbounds for the T-Birds. Johnson will trigger the play. He'll bounce it in to Smith. to Horst. Horst spins, nice quick move, puts it up the glass and in, and drew the foul. Horst is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Gets a personal foul goal on Kyle Kimball. It's his first. It's the 6th team foul on the Highclimbers. Looks like Destin Hicks Armstrong is in the ball game for the T-Birds. The free throw is off. The rebound is pulled down by Kimball. Kimball gets up to Scott. Kevin on the run. No look down to Colbinson. Can't quite sneak it in there, and then we have a jump ball. And that will stay with the Highclimbers. Good heads-up move by Travis Colbinson. Daryl Richard returns, and Jordan Horst will sit down for Mount Tahoma. So a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Inbounds Cruz to Scott. Scott faked out inside, stops in the paint, puts it up and in. Kevin Scott with his second bucket. He needs 5 points tonight. And a turnover on the pass, and here come the Highclimbers. Colbinson taps it over to Kimball, gets the ball back. Now to Scott, set the play with 8 seconds. Got to get something going here. Over to McCullough. McCullough to Cruz. Cruz up fakes, puts a baseline jumper up and in at the buzzer. Cruz nailed it as the quarter round out, and is 19-14 after 1 quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
As we start the second quarter, Shelton leads 19-14. T-Birds will have the ball. And inbounds will go to Harris Armstrong. He missed the three, and Richard comes up with it. And a erratic pass. Wesley comes up with it in the corner. He's got no dribbles, and he throw in the middle, and it's still free. And actually, let's see, Richard comes up with it in the scramble there. And now it's Hicks Armstrong, and his pass is deflected out of bounds by McCullough. It'll be T-Bird ball, sideline inbounds, foul line extended. Hicks Armstrong's got to get it in, throws it in to Harris. Harris stripped by Colbinson. That'll be the first personal on Travis, but that does put Zion Harris at the line for the first 1-and-1. So Harris's first free throw. Off the back of the iron, rebound is tracked down in the corner by Richard. He'll save it inbounds, and a collision goes right to Harris. Out it goes to Hicks Armstrong. And he found number 25, Demetrius Smith, who had a nice little move to the hoop, but missed the shot. McCullough will be called with a personal. It's his second, 8th team foul, so back at the free throw line are the T-Birds, and this time it's Demetrius Smith. First trip of the night to the charity stripe for him. He has 2 points tonight. Hibiki Shita returns for the Highclimbers. McCullough will sit down with 2 fouls. Highclimber lineup, I'll give that to you, is Cruz, Scott, Kimball. Free throw is short, and the rebound's tracked down by Scott. He'll get it up to Cruz. Cruz, high dribble there. Throws it up top to Sheeta. Sheeta, over it goes to Colbinson. Now to Scott. Back to Colbinson. Cruz fakes the three in the corner, drives baseline, lobs a pass to Kimball. It's off the feet, and it's still free down there in the scrum, and a jump ball is called. That'll stay with the Highclimbers. Trying to figure out who it goes, so it should be the Highclimber ball. We're still discussing. I'm not going to give it to the T-Birds. I don't know how that's at all possible, but that's okay. It's T-Birds ball. They have Richard, Wesley, Smith, Harris, and Hicks Armstrong on the court. Highclimbers again have Colbinson, Sheeta, Scott, Cruz, and Kimball. And they're still discussing who has possession of the ball. Don't track the jump balls. It should be Highclimber ball. The T-Birds started the quarter with the ball. And now what do we have here? Looks like it's going to be Highclimber ball. Cruz will trigger the play. The Climbers will go in the four corners of the key. And we're still talking about this. Got a late start for the JV game as it went a little long. And now we have some conference going on between two of the referees. And I think we're going to discuss what's on the shot clock. I think we'll put 22 on the shot clock. Give the Highclimbers a little more time. Cruz will inbounds the play, throws it into Scott. Scott for three in the corner. That's out the back of the iron. Rebound tipped and controlled by Smith of the T-Birds. And Sheeta comes up with it on the steal, and then the T-Birds get it right back. There's Wesley banging bodies, little fadeaway in the paint. That fell off. Rebound tipped and controlled by the Highclimbers, Kimball, and he's got taken an eye to the face, or a finger to the face, I should say. And that will be a whistle on the T-Birds. And it'll be Kyle Kimball at the line for the first of a 1-and-1. Personal foul actually went on Mount Tahoma's Thomas Wesley, his second. So Kimball, 2 points tonight, his first trip to the free throw line. The first of the 1-and-1 goes in. He'll get another one. Jaleel Amassi steps back onto the court for the T-Birds. He'll get Wesley. Wesley will sit down. Kyle Kimball's second free throw, rattled out, rebound, goes to the hands of Johnson. Johnson is fouled in the backcourt by the Highclimbers. I think it'll go on Scott. And it does. That'll be his second. Tyler Giraldus and Travis Colbinson actually, no, it's Kobe Bogue, going to step onto the court. Colbinson will sit down, and so will Kimball. At the free throw line for 1-and-1 is going to be Mount Tahoma's Zeke Johnson. His first trip to the line tonight, his 2 points so far. 6-point lead for the Highclimbers. Johnson nailed the first one. He'll get another one. And Mark Vernon will step on the court for the first time tonight for the Highclimbers. So Johnson get another free throw, trying to cut into this Highclimber lead. Second one's off, rebound tipped right to the hands of Hicks Armstrong. He'll put it up and in. And the Highclimber Sheeta has it at midcourt, and he's going to be pinched and fouled by a couple of T-Birds. That'll give Hibiki 2 shots at the other end of the court. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Has 4 points. 10 team fouls on the T-Birds. Destin Hicks Armstrong picked up his first personal as Sheeta hit the first one. He'll get another one. Give him 5 points tonight. 21-17. Highclimber is on top. And Sheeta's second free throw goes in. Give him 6 points tonight. And the lead is back up to 5. Hicks Armstrong, cross-court pass. And he'll get it right back. Quick passes. Now there's Richard for 3. That will rattle out. Rebound tapped up and in. And I think he'll get that to Hurst. Cruz has it in backcourt. Now there's Sheeta. Sheeta bounces it up to Vernon. Vernon puts it on the floor and drives. Into the corner goes to Bogue. Bogue will drive the foul line. Now there's Cruz. Cruz fakes the 3 back to Sheeta. Sheeta takes the 3 to the top of the key. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Hurst. He'll launch it up. And Sheeta will go get it for a turnover for the T-Birds. Here come the Highclimbers. Cruz, center of the court. And he'll wisely set the offense for the Highclimbers. Over to Sheeta. Quick pass over to Vernon. Down to baseline. And Bogue. Bogue draws a double team. Drives baseline. Under the bucket. And they're going to call a jump ball, or is it going to be a foul? It's going to call a jump ball on that one. 3-point lead for the Highclimbers. T-Birds have the ball. Massey will bring it up. Throw it over. And it's Johnson. Back to Massey. To the side of the paint. A little quick pass out. And across court it goes. And there's Johnson for 3. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Richard. Richard steps back. Try to launch a pass. Goes off the hands of T-Bird. Massey comes up with it. One hand's down to the baseline. And he'll lose it out of bounds. Johnson with the turnover for Mount Tahoma. It's 10 turnovers by my count. Kimball steps back onto the court for Shelton. He'll get the inbounds pass from Cruz. Cruz bringing it up. Bounces it up to Giraldus. Giraldus to the box on the near side. Hands off to Kimball. Kimball fakes the 3. Lost the ball. Tapped it to Vernon. Back to Kimball. Kimball looking for Giraldus. Giraldus spins away from the defense. Puts it up. Missed the shot. Rebound tapped out. And there's going to be a foul under the bucket on the T-Birds. I think that's going to go on Destin Hicks Armstrong, his second. Now Giraldus will actually has 2 free throws for Kobe Bogue. Bogue yet to score. Got the first one. He'll get another one. Marshall McCollum going to check in and replace Mark Vernon. Actually, the personal foul on that went to Wesley. It's his 3rd. Bogue's second free throw rattled out. Rebound goes to Horst. Horst will get it out to Hicks Armstrong, and he'll speed up, stop, and lace a pass out to Richard. Richard over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Nope, got his own rebound. Throws it over to Richard. Richard will take the open 3. Miss it. Rebound tapped up, and there's going to be a fight between Bogue and Horst, and a whistle on whom? It went on Bogue. That'll be his second. So at the free throw line for 2 free throws will be Jordan Horst. He's 1 for 3 tonight, and he has 5 points. Trying to cut into this 4-point lead. Now we have some discussion here between one of the referees and Jason Townsend, the coach of the T-Birds. As Horst will get his first of 2 free throws. Got the first one. Can get another one. Ty Fisher will step back onto the court. Kobe Bogue will sit down for Shelton. 3-point lead for the Highclimbers. T-Birds Jordan Horst can cut that to 2. Misses the free throw, however. Kimball comes up with a rebound, throws it up to McCullough, to Fisher. Fisher lost it. Richard comes up with it in backcourt. Hand it off to Massey, and here come the T-Birds. Massey will take an open three from way outside off the glass. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Giraldez. They'll get it up to Cruz. Cruz on the run the other way for the Highclimbers. Over to Fisher. Fisher for three in the corner. That's off, and the rebound pulled down by Horst. Horst is going to bring it out of the pack and run the break and puts it up to Richard to lay it off the glass and in. And it's a 1-point lead for the Highclimbers. Comes McCullough up the far sideline. Throw it to Cruz. Cruz trying to settle things down and run a play for the Highclimbers. High post speed to Kimball. Out to Giraldez. Giraldez for three. No. Rebound pulled down by Horst. And here come the T-Birds. Hicks Armstrong to Richard. Richard for three. That one's short. Rebound pulled to McCullough. McCullough handed off to Kimball. Gives it up to Fisher. Fisher attacks the hoop. Puts it up. Missed it. Little short. Cruz with the rebound and the putback. Drew the foul. Drew Cruz will be at the line for 2 free throws. And Horst picked up his second personal. Both teams over the limit, and every whistle will be 2 free throws from here on out through the half. We have a whistle here. Well, I need to bring in a T-Bird player to fill the vacant spot on the key. Now Cruz will get the free throw. 3:23 to go here in the half. Cruz missed the first one. We'll get another one. Adrian Allen returns for the T-Birds, and Zion Harris. And then it looks like Travis Tobinson is back on the court for the Highclimbers. 1-point lead for Shelton. Drew Cruz's second free throw does go in, give him 2 points tonight. And Kobe Bogue is back in the ball game. Drew Cruz will sit down. Highclimbers are going to go press. It's like a man-to-man press and a long ball going down. Nice catch by Richard. Richard one-on-one on McCullough. Throw it out. Jumper on the way by Johnson. The elbow in and out. Rebound pulled down by the Highclimbers. Kimball. Kimball up to Giraldez. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. In their front court. 3:10 to go in the half. 2-point lead, 24-22. Sideline inbounds for Shelton. Giraldez will trigger the play into McCullough at midcourt. And he'll bark out the play. Looking for a high post, but he'll throw it over to Giraldez and now to the Bogue in the wing. To McCullough at the foul line. Pulls, steps into the paint, puts up and in. Marshall McCullough with his first bucket of the night. 3 points tonight. And leads 4 for Shelton. Harris with it. Now here comes Richard. No, actually, that's not Richard. That's Massey. Jaleel Massey with the ball. Calls out the play. Gets screened from Allen. Throws it over. And it's Harris. Harris traveled with the ball. By my count, it's 11 turnovers on the T-Birds. Highclimber ball with a 4-point lead. 2:36 to go in the half. Culberson inbounds it, gets the ball back. Crosses midcourt. And he'll hand it off to McCullough. Over to Bogue. Down to Kimball. Kimball draws a triple team. Nice move. Puts it off the glass. Couldn't finish. Got his own rebound. Then he's fouled by Allen. Allen wants a block. It's his third, though. Third personal, I should say. And Kyle Kimball will be at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Is 3 points. First free throw is off. He'll get another one. Horst will step back onto the court, and Allen will sit down. Horst is having quite a game, though. He's had a bunch of rebounds. Kimball's second free throw, up and in. I'll give him 4 points tonight. It's a 5-point lead for the Highclimbers. Quickly, it goes up to Massey. Massey stops and pops and hits. That's a 2-pointer just inside the arc. Inbounds to Culberson. Culberson to McCullough. McCullough will bring it up. Puts on the floor. Finds Kimball. Over to Culberson. Culberson. Jump pass quick passes down, and now there's Giraldus for the layup. Nice pass from Kobe Bogue. And it's 29-24. Minute 50 to go, under that, in the half. Here comes Richard. Richard, runner at the side of the paint. Does it fall in? Nope, it falls off. Rebound, Bogue, and we'll walk to the other end and shoot free throws. That'll be Daryl Richard will be called for the personal for the T-Birds. Bogue is at the line for first of 2 free throws. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Only has a point. Going to extend this 5-point Highclimber lead with 1:41 to go here in the half. Free throws short. You get one more. Destin Hicks Armstrong back in the ballgame for Mount Tahoma. Sitting down will be Zion Harris. Actually, he's over there talking with his coach, Kobe Bogue. Kobe Bogue hit the second free throw, give him 2 points tonight, and it's a 6-point lead for the Highclimbers. Here's Hicks Armstrong. Lobs it up across midcourt to Johnson and get the ball back. Hicks Armstrong. Over to Massey. Massey will spread it out and call the play out from the far side. Gets a screen. Hesitates. Little run inside the paint. Popped out. Rebound. Tapped up and in by Hurst. Wow. Jordan Hurst. Here comes McCullough. He'll tap it over to Giraldus. Giraldus. High, hard dribble. Puts it up, and they're going to call him for walking. 1:07 to go here in the half. Highclimbers 30. Mount Tahoma 26. Tahoma ball, the T-Birds, inbounds, goes to Richard. Richard in backcourt. Got a minute to work. Stumbles his way across midcourt. Get it over to Johnson. Cross court to Hicks Armstrong. He'll take an open 3 at the top of the key. No. Rebound, Colbinson knocked down, and they're going to call him for traveling, so it stays with the T-Birds. Sideline inbounds, foul line extended. Hicks Armstrong will trigger the play for Mount Tahoma. Trail by 4. 45 seconds to go in the half. Got to get it in, and there's a 5 count. Opportunity missed there by the T-Birds. It's a dozen turnovers on them. And we have Dimitri Smith returning for the T-Birds. Zeke Johnson will sit down. Here come the Highclimbers leading by 4. Kyle Kimball running the point. Throw it over to McCullough, to Giraldus. Looking for Bogue, finds Bogue, but off his hands. And coming up with the ball there is Smith. Smith speeding up the court. Double pumps, puts it up. They're going to wave off the shot. He's had a couple of those go down, but the foul was before the shot. And the personal foul, I believe, is going to go on Colbinson. That's his second. So Dimitri Smith is at the line for 2 free throws. And see, he's 0 for 3 now. Tonight he'll get another one. Drew Cruz will step back onto the court. Obi Bogue will sit down for Shelton. So you got Giraldus, Kimball, Cruz, McCullough, and Colbinson on the court for Shelton. Mount Tahoma's Dimitri Smith puts his second free throw up and in. Give him 3 points tonight. Inbounds to Giraldus. Giraldus will bounce it over to Kimball, running with him, missed it, blocked from behind partially. Rebound goes to Horst. He'll get it back, and that is somehow moved out to Smith and rolled over to Massey. Massey will pick up his pivot foot on his move and turn the ball back over to the Highclimbers. 12 seconds to go here in the half. Inbounds to Kimball. Kimball weaving his way, throws it over to Colbinson. Colbinson will lob it up and is stolen away. There's a fight for it. And throwing it up and missing it is going to be Smith. And they're going to travel And it doesn't matter. The half is now over. So a little bit erratic here towards the end. And we're through 2 quarters with the Highclimbers leading 30-27. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with some statistics from the first half. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
Fight.
Columbine High School,
Newtown.
Virginia Tech,
Aurora Theater.
Columbia Mall,
Fort Hood.
Navy Yard. Chattanooga. Charleston.
Enough.
How many more?
How many more classrooms?
How many more colleges?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more military facilities?
How many more houses of faith?
Enough.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
Fight.
Visit www.nextsafe.org.
Prepare your community.
As an American.
as a human being.
No more lists of names.
It's not too soon. Now is the time.
It's time.
We need to be more prepared.
It's time for our leaders to help prepare the public.
Right now.
Enough.
Enough.
Prepare an emergency plan for you and your community. Visit the National Center for Citizen Safety at www.nextsafe.org.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Learn how to
run,
hide,
fight.
Okay, we're back at the Mini Dome. It's halftime with the Shelton Highclimbers leading 30-27. The Highclimbers are doing it pretty balanced scoring here. Let's see here. Hibiki Shita has 6 points to lead the Highclimbers. Tyler Geraldus has 5. 5 for Kevin Scott. 4 for Kyle Kimball. 3 apiece for Drew Cruz and Marshall McCullough. Deuce for Kobe Bogue. And 2 for Ty Fisher. That rounds out the scoring for the Highclimbers at half. For the T-Birds, they're being led by Darryl Richard. He has 9 points. Jordan Horst coming off the bench with 8. Let's see here. 3 for Zeke Johnson and 3 for Demetrius Smith. 2 each for Jaleel Massey and Destin Hicks. Turnovers pretty even. The T-Birds, by my count, have 13 turnovers, and the Highclimbers have 11. Relatively even by my count. It's the offensive rebounds. Horst has just had his way at times, grabbing those boards and putting them back in. He has at least 3 offensive rebounds for points on the Highclimbers. So. That's where we sit at half with the Highclimbers leading 30-27. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com. Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
He's on his way. He doesn't even know that we're here. Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Laura.
Okay, try to call him again.
There's no signal.
Try.
Nothing's working.
Well, just
Everything's
try.
down.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
Well, the Shelton Highclimbers lead the Mount Tahoma T-Birds by a score of 30-27 after one half of play. Leading the way for the Highclimbers, Hibiki Shita with 6 points. Kevin Scott and Tyler Geraldus both have 5 to lead the way there for the Highclimbers. Pretty balanced across the board. For the T-Birds, they're being led by Daryl Richard, who has 9 points. The bulk of those, 7 of them, in the first quarter. Jordan Horst is second leading scorer at 8 for the T-Birds. He's had his way sometimes down low. Horst is 6'4". He's been playing for Dedrick Allan, the starter. Who's also 6'4", both seniors, and worked down at the post, having his way down there. Having a good game for Jordan Horst with that 8 points and a bunch of rebounds. So we have third quarter coming up, so we'll take time out. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it's in like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, get half off a new bundled broadband connection for 6 months and free installation, but without any contract.
With unlimited internet access from HCC, you can keep your multi-device, data-hungry family happy. Close the generation gap without any data caps.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Our next basketball game here on MasonWebTV.com and NewCanalCommunications.HCC.net will be Friday night, right here in the Mini Dome as the Central Kitsap Cougars come into Shelton to take on the Lady Highclimbers. That is coming up on Friday night. But now we have a second half to get underway as the Highclimbers start out with the ball. Kimball throws it over to McCullough. McCullough to the foul line. Out it goes to Bogue, and now here's Giraldez to the foul line. Over to Cruz. Cruz down to Kimball, puts it up and in. Nice ball work for the Highclimbers, and they extend their lead. Wesley with the ball for the T-Birds, throws it over to Harris. Harris fake baseline and goes right to the middle, puts it up short. Rebound goes to Bogue, and here comes Cruz. Actually, that's McCullough. McCullough hands it off to Cruz and gets the ball back. High post feed way outside to Giraldez. He'll put it on the floor, drive side of the paint. Lost the ball in a steal. Here comes Allen. Adrian Allen for the T-Birds the other way. The big man throws it over to Wesley. Out it goes to Johnson. Johnson steps inside the arc, puts up a shot, drew the foul. Missed it, though. That'll be the first whistle of the third quarter. That'll go on the Highclimbers. I think it'll go on Kyle Kimball. And it does. That'll only be his second personal foul at the line for 2 free throws. Johnson missed the first one. Johnson is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He has 3 points tonight. Second one is off. Rebound, Bogue for Shelton. And here comes McCullough. Marshall McCullough. High post lob to Kimball. No look out to Bogue. Bogue for 3 in the corner from the left. Missed it. Rebound goes to Cruz. No, it went to McCullough. McCullough will draw the foul on the T-Birds. And that will go on Zion Harris's third. And here comes Horst. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Giraldez jumper at the elbow of the paint, missed it. Rebound tapped out by Bogue, but Allen comes up with it. And a steal by Bogue to Kimball. Kimball cutting to the hoop, puts it up and in. And it is 34-27 as Wesley is trying to get some space. Lobs it up top. Johnson out to Richard. Richard for 3 in the corner. That's an air ball. Horst with the rebound and the putback. Give him 10 points tonight. Here comes Cruz up the far sidelines. Highclimbers want to run. Cruz will spin around, set the play. High post feed to Kimball. And it'll be a whistle away from the ball, I believe. That will go on Johnson. It's his second team foul on the T-Birds. Inbounds to Bogue. Bogue jumper up and in. Kobe's first bucket of the night, 4 points. Johnson will get it over to Wesley for the T-Birds coming back the other way. Trailing by 7 now. Wesley at midcourt gets a screen from Horst. Pick and roll, stops just inside the arc, launches along 2, missed it. Rebound is pulled down by McCullough. And Marshall will bring it around, bring it up. Throws it to Giraldez. To Cruz, back to Giraldez. Fakes the 3, side of the paint. It goes to Bogue, but it's stolen away by the T-Birds. Here comes Richard. Richard back the other way for Mount Tahoma, and a near steal by Cruz. The ball is tapped to Wesley. He stops in the paint, puts it up and in. Thomas Wesley's first bucket of the night. And here comes Cruz back the other way for the Highclimbers, and a touch foul or a hand check foul on Mount Tahoma. And that will go on Darryl Richard, his second. And Jaleel Massey will step onto the court for Mount Tahoma, as does Hicks Armstrong. High climber ball as McCullough will launch 3 from the corner. Rebound goes to Cruz. Cruz double teamed and blocked. Bo goes to the deck after trying to get that rebound, and now the ball pops free. And there's a travel by Massey. The whistles are not coming out very quickly here by the refereeing team. Cruz inbounds it to Bogue. It's up to Kimball. Kimball will take the open 3 and drainage. Kyle Kimball has 7 points in this quarter. 11 for the game. He's got all 7 of them, or actually all but 2 of the points for the High Climbers. Massey goes to the floor, loses the ball. Here comes McCullough up to Kimball. Kimball had to save it, couldn't get it to the line. And a couple of substitutions. Sheeta returns, Scott returns for the High Climbers. Wesley's back out there. And Smith is back out there for Mount Tahoma. Inbounds goes to Hicks Armstrong. He'll step across, throw it out to Smith. Smith, nice little move to the hoop, blew it, but Horst is there for the putback, missed it. Allen will put it up. He'll miss it, but draw the foul on the High Climbers. Personal foul went on Kobe Bogue. It's his 3rd. And Adrian Allen at the free throw line for the T-Birds. Got the first one, his first point of the ball game. He'll get another one. Almost midway through the 3rd quarter, as Allen's 2nd free throw is up and in. Give him 2 points tonight. The T-Birds will go full court press, and Sheeta has it in back court trying to get by the defensive Smith. Speeds across midcourt to the hoop. Blocked out of bounds, but there was a foul before the shot, I believe, on the T-Birds. That'll be 4 on them, and I think it'll be on Demetrius Smith. It's his first. They're going to give Sheeta shots on that. Sheeta is, let's see here, he's 3 for 6 tonight from the free throw line. Got the first one. Give him 7 points. He'll get another one. Second free throw up and in, nothing but net. Give him 8 points tonight, and the lead is now 41-33 as Hicks Armstrong drives coast to coast and little teardrop runner at the baseline goes in. Give him 4 points tonight. Comes Bogue, and Kimball goes to the hoop on the drive, missed it. Rebound Bogue, puts it up and in. 6 points for Kobe. And we have a timeout on the court. So I believe Allen's got a little bit of a cut on his arm. He's gone to the locker room to get that taken care of. And Terrell Richard is back in the ball game for the T-Birds. Wesley brings it up, throws it over to Hicks Armstrong. Cross court it goes. 3 on the way for Smith. He missed that one. Nice active hands as Smith saves it in bounds off of a high climber. It'll be T-Bird ball as Bug will go sit down as Travis Colbinson is back in the ball game for Shelton. Baseline inbounds for the T-Birds. Richard will inbounds it to Hicks Armstrong. Up top it goes to Wesley. Swinging it over to Smith. Smith to Horst, drives in the middle into a pack, puts it up, in and out, got his own rebound, tapped it up, missed it, and the rebound pulled down by Colbinson. Colbinson's going to be called for the travel. Again, Horst is having his way underneath there, man. Jordan is 6'4" and just seems to be playing like he's about 6'7". Baseline inbounds. Richard will trigger to Wesley, gets it right back to Richard, fakes the 3, cross court it goes to Hicks Armstrong for 3, that's in and out. Rebound tapped and it's going to be a foul on the Highclimbers. That'll be 3 on Shelton. Scott picked up his third. It'll be baseline inbounds for Mount Tahoma. Richard inbounds it to Wesley. Wesley gives it to Smith. Smith, big two steps through the foul on the shot on the Highclimbers. So it'll be 4 team fouls on Shelton. That'll send Demetrius Smith to the line for 2 free throws. He's 3 points tonight. He's 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Colbinson picked up his third personal. 43-35, Shelton on top. Mount Tahoma's Demetrius Smith trying to cut into that lead, and he missed the free throw. Smith is only 1 for 5 tonight. We'll get another one. And he got the second one. Give him 4 points tonight. Colbinson looking to throw it in, gets it into, he had Sheeta, but he throws it in to Kimball coming up from the front court, and he'll draw the foul on the T-Birds. And it looks like it's going to go on Destin Hicks-Armstrong. That'll be his second. This will be a sideline inbounds from midcourt for the Highclimbers. Colbinson will trigger the play, and he'll throw it into Sheeta. Sheeta steps inside the arc, mugged and fouled. Just mugged by Destin Hicks-Armstrong, picking up his third. So that puts Hideki Sheeta at the line for 2 free throws. First free throw, off the mark. Adrian Allen will step back onto the court for the T-Birds. He'll go get Destin Hicks-Armstrong. Has 3 personal fouls. So Sheeta gets another free throw. Trying to extend this Highclimber lead, but he missed it. Rebound goes to Kimball. Kimball will turn around with a jumper, puts up, missed it, and drew the foul. Late whistle on that one. That'll go on Horst. That'll be his third. The 5th team foul, so Kyle Kimball's at the line for 2 free throws for Shelton. He has 11 points tonight. The first free throw, this should be 2 shots for Kimball, but they only give him 1, and he missed it. And here comes Wesley the other way, high dribbles, little scoop shot, falls in for Thomas Wesley, his second bucket of the night, give him 4 points. Highclimbers coming right back. Here comes Scott. Scott going to go right to the hoop, no whistle, but is late, missed the shot, and now we should get Kevin Scott at the line for 2 free throws. Horst picked up his 4th. And see, I have 16 fouls on the T-Birds. It shows 8, I think. Scott got the first one. He'll get another one. So Harris is back on the court for Mount Tahoma. Replace Horst. Second free throw for Scott goes in. 45-38 is the score. Come the T-Birds. Wesley, Thomas Wesley with the ball. Swing it over to Smith. Demetrius looking for the high post. Gets back to Wesley. Wesley back to Smith. Bounce it down to Allen. Allen draws a double team, and then they're going to get a timeout by the Mount Tahoma. So it's full timeout. We'll take it. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, HookNow Communications, HCC.net.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world via broadband, video, and voice.
We offer business phone systems,
Voice service with unlimited long distance,
broadband with speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second,
complete IT services,
on-site computer repair,
video service,
and advertising.
Let HCC be your communications service partner.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
T-Bird ball coming out of the timeout. It'll be a baseline inbounds almost in the corner. 18 on the shot clock. Inbounds goes to Wesley. Wesley will spread it out a little bit and run some offense. That's Richard back in the ball game. Swing it over to Smith. Smith will drive and had the ball stolen away, but there's going to be a foul. I think it'll go on Scott. It does. That'll be Kevin's fourth. 5-team fouls on Shelton. McCullough will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers. Inbounds goes to Wesley. Thomas will wisely turn around and set the offense. Swing it over to Richard, get the ball right back. Looking for Smith on the near side, back to Richard. Richard looking low for Allen, finds, that's Harris. Harris lost the ball, and there's a whistle on Shelton. Six-team foul will go on Kyle Kimball. That's his third. So baseline inbounds, it looks like, oh, it doesn't go on Kimball, that'll go on Giraldes. It's his first. Baseline inbounds, Harris will trigger the play, he'll lob it in to Smith, get it down to Allen. Turnaround jumper on the baseline, falls off, rebound goes to Giraldes. Up quickly to Colbinson, to Kimball, blew the layup, who's a little bit under. And here comes Wesley the other way, behind the back dribble. Nice spin move, missed the shot, wow. Rebound is still free and controlled by Smith, who'll put it up and in. 5-point lead for the Highclimbers, they have the ball. Sheeta throws it up to Kimball. Kimball throws it over to Giraldes. Giraldes jumper on the baseline, nope. Rebound is gonna be a foul on Kimball. And we will walk to the other end of the court and shoot a 1-and-1. Mount Tahoma. Zion Harris will be shooting a 1-and-1. He is 0 for 1, has not scored yet tonight. It'll be a second trip to the line. So you got 18 fouls on the T-Birds and 7 on the Highclimbers. Kobe Bogue is back in there, so is Drew Cruz for Shelton. Rounding out the lineup with McCullough, Kimball, and Sheeta. Zion Harris's free throw. That one goes in. Give him a point tonight. He'll get another one. And Travis Colbinson will step back onto the court. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. They won't let the substitution go. I'm going to recall Colbinson. So Harris has another free throw for Mount Tahoma. That one's short, didn't hit rim, so it'll be Highclimber ball. Then I guess Coach Pringle decided not to bring in the substitution. Cruz will trigger the play, throw it into McCullough in backcourt, get it back to Cruz. Cruz puts it on the floor, dribbling across midcourt to the foul line. Up fakes once, then he'll find McCullough to set the play. Throw it over to Kimball. Kimball goes middle, then finds a wide open Bogue under the hoop, plays it off the glass and in. 8 points for Kobe, 6 in the quarter. Lead is now 6:47 to 41. Wesley directing some traffic for Mount Tahoma. So Highclimbers are in a 2-3 zone. Richard has it to Wesley, over to Smith, looking low and saving it inbounds, but the ball pops into the Smith. Smith has it stripped by Shita. He's still in the paint, puts up a shot that goes in somehow. Wow. 4-point lead for Shelton. The Highclimbers have the ball. Marshall McCullough with it between the circles, trying to get by Richard's defense. And we have a 5 count on the Highclimbers. 15 turnovers on Shelton, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Colbinson finally gets to check into the ball game, replacing Kimball. And here come the T-Birds, trailing by 4. Smith had it partially blocked. It goes off. Allen with the rebound. Hook shot on the baseline. Box doesn't go down. Colbinson comes up with it. And there's a jump ball called. That'll go to the T-Birds. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. 47-43. Shelton on top. Mount Tahoma with the ball. Baseline inbounds to the right of the backboard. Harris will trigger the play. Looking in the middle. Lob it to Allen. Back to, that's Richard. Richard to Allen. Allen will get it out to Wesley. Wesley has 9 seconds to work. Throws it over to Smith. Smith fakes the 3-drive baseline. Puts up a shot over Bogue. Missed the tap up by Allen. Falls off. And that'll be the third quarter. Highclimbers up 47-43. T-Birds just won't go away. We'll take a timeout. We'll go to the fourth in a moment here on MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
The Hood Canal Communications team keeps your business connected to the world.
Our certified technicians provide complete IT services to keep your business running smoothly.
From spyware and virus removal, on-site server and computer installation, network design, configuration, and more.
Let HCC be your IT partner. Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
As the fourth quarter starts, inbounds goes to McCullough, to Cruz now, to Bogue at the foul line, has an open shot over Allen. So open he missed it. Rebound goes to Richard, and here comes Massey. Quickly up to Smith. Smith attacks the basket, attacks Bogue, puts it up and in. Demetrius Smith getting a little hot here late in the game. Here comes Cruz. Cruz the other way. Avoids the double team, splits the double team, and then they're going to call a foul somehow on, I think it's going to go on Richard. That'll be his third if it is. Let's see. It does. Goes on Richard. That's his third. And it'll be 19 fouls on the T-Birds. So that puts Drew Cruz at the free throw line for the first of a 1-and-1. Got the first one, get another one. 4 points tonight. He's 2 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. Tyler Giraldus will return for the Highclimbers. Colbinson will sit down for Shelton, as Drew Cruz has one more free throw for Shelton. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Harris. Gives it up to Massey. Massey will spread it out and set the offense. There's Smith out to Harris now. Richard for 3, no. Rebound. Bogue tapped it out of bounds. It stays with the T-Birds. Kyle Kimball back in the game for the Highclimbers. Hibiki Shita will sit down. Baseline inbounds for the T-Birds. Massey will trigger the play. Throw it up to Richard. Swing it over to Massey. Massey to Smith. Smith, oh, threw it into back court. That should be over in the back there. Could say it was tipped. Here comes Massey. Massey speeds across midcourt. 15 on the shot clock, looking for Allan. Over to Richard. Allan wants the ball inside of the paint. Richard drives. Steal by Cruz. Gets it up to Kimball. Over to McCullough. Back to Kimball. To Cruz at the top. Take the open three. 3 feet beyond the arc. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Harris. Up it goes to Smith. Smith one-on-one on Kimball. Goes right to the hoop. Puts it up and in. And it's a 1-point lead for the Highclimbers. Comes Kimball back the other way for Shelton as a 3-on-2. Finds Giraldez to Bogue off the glass and in. So Massey will bring it up, slowing down the pace this time. Over the far side of Richard. Now high post speed to Allan. He's in the paint. Out it goes. A steal by Cruz. That's his second in a row. Up to Bogue. Bogue down to Kimball off the glass and in. Nice ball movement. And a full timeout has been called by Mount Tahoma. Pulled within 1. Now they're down 5. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Canal Communications, HCC.net.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Waiting for the timeout to get over. The Mount Tahoma pulled within 1. And now it's back up to 5. So final score from Tacoma is the Shelton Lady Highclimbers beat the Lady T-Birds by 5. 7:52 is what we just heard. Here come the T-Birds. Johnson, high post feed to Horst. He'll just try to get one extra pass off, and it's a bounce. It'll be the 19th turnover on the T-Birds. 3 in the last 3 possessions. Kimball to McCullough. Back to Kimball. Kimball down to Giraldez, sipping in, and the foul for Tyler. And then I think it's going to go on Jaleel Massey. Or did it go on number 1? Number 10, Zion Harris, and that is his 3rd. Okay, that's 4. So Tyler Giraldez is at the line for possible 3-point play, and he makes it. Give him 8 points tonight. Here comes Wesley. Swings it over to Johnson, back to Wesley between the circles now. Opposite side, 3 on the way by Hicks Armstrong. He missed it, got his own rebound, drives right to the hoop, puts it off the glass and in. 4 points for Destin. And the lead is 6. Comes McCullough back the other way. Over to Giraldez, drives the baseline, stops, puts it off the glass and in, avoiding Hurst, who's playing with 4 fouls. Wesley coming back quickly for the T-Birds. Gets the ball back, swing it over. And there's Hicks Armstrong for 3. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Kimball to Giraldez, up to McCullough. McCullough has a 1-on-2. He'll take it to the basket, lay it off the glass and in, changing his hands. 5 points for Marshall. As a 10-point lead for Shelton off the turnovers. Or the turnovers have held. Wesley swings it over. And that's Johnson back to Wesley. Swings it back to Hicks Armstrong. 3 on the way. No. Rebound tapped up by Horst. And then Giraldez will pull it down. And here comes Tyler. Throws it up court to Cruz. Cruz 1-on-1. Lob it to a trailer. Laying it off the glass on the alley. Nope, doesn't fall. And Kimball is going to be called with a foul going the other way. So Kyle Kimball picked up his 4th. And that's 18 fouls on the Highclimbers. Now 1-and-1 is going to go to Wesley. Thomas Wesley is 4 points tonight. This will be his first trip to the free throw line. Trying to cut into this 10-point Highclimber lead. Got the first one. Get another one. The lead is down to 9. Biggest lead of the night for the Highclimbers has been 10. Second free throw, Wesley rattles that one in, give him 6 points tonight. And here comes Cruz up the far side, trying to go coast to coast, but he ends up stepping on the baseline, trying to make his move. That'll be the 16th turnover on the Highclimbers. Got 19 on the T-Birds. Wesley will pick it up near midcourt, swing it over. Hicks Armstrong, cross court it goes. That's Johnson up top to Wesley. Swing it over to Hicks Armstrong, drives baseline, throws it back out. There's Johnson, pull-up jumper at the foul line. That falls off, rebound pulled down by Kimball. Cal put it on the floor, get out to McCullough. McCullough crossing midcourt, hand it off to Giraldus. Giraldus to three-point arc, down to Bogue off the glass. No rebound is pulled down by Hicks Armstrong, but there's a late whistle on the T-Bird, I believe. That'll go on Jordan Horst. That is his 5th by my count. And he'll leave the game with 10 points. Hibiki Shita is getting ready to check back into the ball game for Shelton. There's a couple of substitutions down the scorer's table. I think Smith is one of them. And Zion Harris will get Horst. And here comes Demetrius Smith. So at the line for 2 shots is going to be Kobe Bogue, or is it? Yeah, it's 2 shots. Kobe has 10 points tonight. Make it 11. And he's 3 for 5 from the free throw line so far. And the second one missed. It rebound pulled down by Hicks Armstrong for Mount Tahoma. Banging bodies, and there's going to be a foul on Chita. That will be his first. The Highclimbers are over the limit to 19 fouls. So Destin Hicks Armstrong is at the line for first of a 1-and-1. Hicks Armstrong's first trip to the free throw line. He has 6 points tonight. Make it 7. Yep, get the bonus. And that 10-point lead is now down to 8. 60-52 with 3:39 to go here in the ball game. Shelton on top. Second free throw is off the mark. Rebound goes to Kyle Kimball. Get it to Giraldus. And here come the Highclimbers. Kimball crossing midcourt. Throw to high post to Bogue. Bogue lost the ball, and here comes Wesley the other way. Has a 1-on-2, stops and pops at the foul line. Missed it. Rebound Chita. And here comes Giraldus up the far sideline. One hands it to Kimball. Kimball to the bucket. Nice little move. Puts it up short, and Allen comes up with the rebound. Here comes Wesley for Mount Tahoma the other way. One hands it over to Hicks Armstrong for 3. That's an air ball. Smith will save it in bounds. And coming up with it is Allen. Allen lost it, and here comes McCullough for the Highclimbers. 1-on-1. He'll reverse layup, doesn't fall in, but he did the foul. Nice move by Marshall going to the hoop. Destin Hicks Armstrong picked up his 4th. 10 team fouls. The T-Birds are over the limit. Marshall McCullough at the line for 2 free throws. Got the first one. Makes him 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Has 6 points on the game. The big man's going to go sit down. It looks like the T-Birds are probably going to run and gun. as Daryl Richard returns, and so does, let's see here, someone else did return. Smith is in there as the second free throw goes in for McCullough. And here's Smith to the free throw line, splits the double team, puts it up, missed it. Rebound is pulled down by Smith, puts it up and missed it again. A tap up doesn't fall, and the ball's free, and Bogue comes up with it on his knees. And here comes McCullough the other way. Has a 2-on-3 and then 2-on-4. Wisely turns around and sets the offense. There's McCullough with it again. High post feed to Kimball. Kimball stops in the paint to Bogue. No, it's Cruz. Cruz missed the shot. Giraldez comes up with a rebound. He missed it. Stolen away by Cruz. Cruz is finally hacked and fouled by Smith. Smith goes out of the pack thinking he had all ball. That'll be only his second. But Drew Cruz is at the free throw line for 2 free throws. For Shelton. Cruz has 4 points tonight. Missed the first one. We'll get another one. That one goes in. Here comes Hicks Armstrong the other way for Mount Tahoma. Up top to Wesley. Wesley avoids the defense, puts up a jumper that falls off. Rebound goes to Wesley off the tip, puts it up, missed it again. Rebound, Wesley stole it away, missed that. The ball is tapped and controlled by the T-Birds. That's Harris. And almost an over and back, but Cruz comes up with it for Shelton. Splits the triple team, puts it up short, and now Wesley comes up with it. And here comes Thomas. He'll swing it over Richard for 3. No. Rebound is tapped to the front court. McCullough will come away with it. Go right to the hoop, lay it off the glass. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Now it's an 11-point lead for the Highclimbers. And there's some discussion here. There's discussing Armstrong picked up his 5th personal. He has 7 points on the evening. And Zeke Johnson will return for the T-Birds. And Marshall McCullough's back at the free throw line for 2 free throws, 7 points tonight. Marshall McCullough to the line. Got the first one. And timeout has been called, so we'll step aside. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
The Hood Canal Communications team helps keep you connected to your world via broadband, video, and voice.
For a limited time, get half off a new bundled broadband connection for 6 months and free installation, but without any contract.
With unlimited internet access from HCC, you can keep your multi-device, data-hungry family happy. Close the generation gap without any data caps.
Call or click today, 898-2481 or hcc.net.
Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
And we're back. Coming out of the timeout, Marshall McCullough will have his second free throw. Ty Fisher is on the court, and so is Mark Vernon for Shelton. And Paul Bennett will get some time here as the Highclimbers are up by 12. McCullough hits the second free throw. And also in there is David Ware. Here come the T-Birds right back. Wesley loses the handle on the ball. Bennett comes up with it off the roll, and here comes McCullough for Shelton the other way. To Vernon, back to McCullough. McCullough is going to drive, stop inside the paint, put it up and in. Jeez. And it's now a 15-point lead. Wesley swings over to Smith. Smith throws it out to Harris. Harris back to Wesley. Wesley to the foul line. Finds Richard, who will get one to roll in. And a full timeout has been called with 51 seconds to go here in the ball game. 67-54 is their score. Shelton on top. We'll be right back. This is MasonWebTV.com and Hood Canal Communications HCC.net.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
And we're back. 51 seconds to go in this ball game. It's Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout, leading 67-54. Fisher is going to try and get it in. He'll throw it in to Vernon. Vernon will try to get it to Scott, who's back in the ball game, and he actually threw it out of bounds. By my count, it's 18 turnovers on the Highclimbers. Johnson will trigger the play in for the T-Birds. He'll get it into Massey. Massey back to Johnson. Johnson drives to the box, put it up, and he's fouled by the Highclimbers. Vernon was there. I think it'll go on, goes on Mark, his first. So at the free throw line for 2 free throws is going to be Z.K. Johnson. Missed the first one. He's only 1 for 3 tonight. He's only got 3 points. Is it Z.K. Johnson? Is that a 5? Yeah, that's a 5. And the second one goes in. Give him 4 points tonight. Fisher trying to get it inbounds. Throws it in to Vernon, and then there's a whistle somewhere. Foul is going to go on Darryl Richard. That's his 4th. Called from the guy that got almost the furthest away. So we'll walk down to the north end of the court, and Vernon will shoot 2 shots. 40 seconds to go in this ball game. 67-55 is the score. Shelton on top. First free throw for Vernon goes in. And I get one more. That one goes in as well. So comes Smith for the T-Birds, quickly up the other side, up the other way, going to attack the basket, and it's going to be a foul on Bennett, Paul Bennett with the personal. And that'll give Smith a couple free throws.
Yes, that is the 5th personal foul on Kevin Scott.
Oh, it didn't go on Bennett. They're going to call it on Kevin Scott, so he's out of the ball game with 5 points. Smith free throw goes in.
First attempt is good by Dedrick Smith.
He'll get another one. Second free throw is off the mark, and looks like Smith got the rebound in the corner. He gets it out to Massey. Massey over to Richard. Richard for 3 in the corner. Nope. Rebound pulled down by the T-Birds out to Massey. Massey for 3. No. A rebound by Bennett. Loses it. Massey comes up with it. He'll swing it over to Richard. Richard will take the open 3 this time. He'll get that one to go down. And a 30-second timeout is called 14 seconds to go in the ball game, and it's 69 to 59. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Coming out of the timeout, got a whistle on the inbounds. Just a stoppage of action here. So Vernon will trigger the play and throw it in to Ware. David will speed up the court. Throw it over to Fisher. Back to Culberson, to Vernon. And they'll just wisely run this out. Vernon just dribbles out the game, and that will do it. Final score, Shelton 69, Mount Tahoma 59. Take a timeout, we'll be back. We'll wrap this webcast up. Final score again, 69-59. Shelton defeating Mount Tahoma tonight in the Mini-Dome. We'll be right back. It's MasonWebTV.com, Hood Canal Communications, HCC.net.
Learn how to.
Run.
Hide.
Fight.
Columbine High School.
Newtown.
Virginia Tech.
Aurora Theater.
Columbia Mall.
Fort Hood.
Navy Yard.
Chattanooga.
Charleston.
Enough.
How many more?
How many more classrooms?
How many more colleges?
How many more movie theaters?
How many more shopping malls?
How many more military facilities?
How many more houses of faith?
Enough.
Learn how to.
Run.
Hide.
Fight.
Visit www.nextsafe.org.
Prepare your community.
As an American.
As a human being.
No more lists of names.
It's not too soon. Now is the time.
It's time.
We need to be more prepared.
It's time for our leaders to help prepare the public.
Right now.
Enough. Enough.
Prepare an emergency plan for you and your community. Visit the National Center for Citizen Safety at www.nextsafe.org.
Thanks to cell phones, you can call 911 from almost anywhere.
911, what's the address to your emergency? I just wrecked. Can you find where I'm at? I can't find where you're at.
But many people don't realize that cell phones and even smartphones don't always send location or GPS information when you call 911.
What road are you on? Were you on the highway? You can't find where I'm at. No, I need you to tell me what road you were on.
Since 911 dispatchers can't always tell the location of your emergency, they need your help.
It's the last turnoff right before Okanagan, and it said like 3 miles to Okanagan, I think. Did you go by the cemetery? We just passed the cemetery. Just past the cemetery. Okay. Are you sending anybody to look for us? I'm telling them right now. The other dispatcher is getting on the radio.
Every second counts in an emergency. If you identify your location when calling 911, help can be sent quicker. Help 911 help you know your location. An important message from your local 911 office and Washington State Emergency Management.
If you've been thinking about advertising with MasonWebTV.com, now is the time. Our ad rates have remained steady since we started providing news, sports, and information in 2011, but unfortunately, that must change. Next year, new advertisers will see a modest increase, while current banner ad clients will continue at an affordable $75 a month. If you want to join these savvy businesses, contact me before January. Send an email, call, or text today to lock in your spot on MasonWebTV.com.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
And it's a final here at the Mini-Dome. The Shelton Highclimbers knock off the Mount Tahoma T-Birds by a score of 69 to 59. The Highclimbers had pretty much a balanced scoring. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3 with 11 points. That was Kyle Kimball, Marshall McCullough, and Kobe Bogue. 10 points for Tyler Giraldis, 8 for Hibiki Shita, 6 for Drew Cruz, 5 for Kevin Scott, 2 for Ty Fisher, and 2 for Mark Vernon. So the Highclimbers do improve to 4-2 overall, 2-1 in the Narrows League. The T-Birds remain winless in the Narrows League, dropped to 1-4. In the loss, they were led by Daryl Richards, 14 points. Demetrius Smith ended up with 13. 10 for Jordan Horst before he fouled out. 7 for Destin Hicks Armstrong. 6 for Thomas Wesley. 4 for Zeke Johnson. 2 apiece for Adrian Allen and Jaleel Massey, and a point for Zion Harris to round out the scoring there. So, again, the Highclimbers knock off the Mount Tahoma T-Birds 69-59. And they head up to Central Kitsap on Friday for another Narrows League matchup. Our next webcast will be Friday night here from the Mini Dome as the Central Kitsap Lady Cougars come into the Mini Dome to take on the Lady Highclimbers, who won tonight as well over at Mount Tahoma. So again, the final 69-59, and we will talk to you on Friday night. So thanks for joining us.